Il est si commun de faire rédiger des articles par d'autres en son nom que même le psychiatre qui dirige le département d'évaluation des psychotropes de la FDA signe de tels articles.
The average physician picks that up and reads it. He believes it. And it's not a mystery that he would believe it. It seems reasonable that it's in black and white, it's in a good journal, it's in the New England Journal of Medicine, it must be true.
Ces revues sont souvent envoyées gratuitement aux psychiatres et aux médecins sous le couvert de recherche médicale authentique. Mais pourquoi ces revues sont-elles gratuites? Parce que la publicité pour les psychotropes rapporte des sommes énormes à ceux qui les publient.
So if you go through a medical journal, you'll see page after page of advertising for bipolar disorder and treatment of using medications, or advertisings for depression and treatment of using medications, schizophrenia. So it's really everywhere.
I remember just a couple of years ago, the first time I opened the journal from the American Psychological Association called the APA Monitor, and there was a multi-page ad, high gloss, very expensive for Concerta, which is time-release Ritalin. I resigned from the American Psychological Association. I wasn't going to be part of this whatsoever.
It's very hard when your major source of income is advertising and advertising placement to write an article that's negative about a particular drug and expect that company to continue to buy ads in your medical journal. So that's a major issue.
Mais les psychiatres leaders d'opinion ne se contentent pas de remplir les revues médicales d'articles rédigés par d'autres et de les signer. Ils font aussi de la propagande pour les psychotropes durant des conférences de formation médicale continue.
Physicians and nurse practitioners and physicians assistants are mandated to take a certain amount of continuing education credits every year. Well, 70% of all continuing medical education is now funded by the pharmaceutical industry.
That seminar is going to be taught by a professional who is employed by the pharmaceutical company. The very nature of where someone is giving you your support means you are biased to that person's side.
Many physicians and many psychiatrists who attend medical conferences don't know that when they go to that conference meeting that's about antidepressants, antipsychotics, and it's generally an academic psychiatrist who's speaking, they don't realize that person's probably making about $10,000 for that 1-hour speech.
Mais vous n'avez pas besoin d'être un professeur en psychiatrie pour avoir une part du gâteau. Les psychiatres qui prescrivent de nombreux psychotropes sont généreusement récompensés par les représentants pharmaceutiques pour les ventes qu'ils génèrent.
Psychiatrists, especially high prescribers, are targeted and gifted extensively by the industry. Now that gifting is where you need to get specific.
That was not unusual during our marketing conversations to say, well, what's our top drug writer? You know, who's the doctor that's prescribing the most of this drug? Well, you know, let's send them to the Kentucky Derby.
We offered trips on some occasions to come out and hear a 2-hour talk, but it happened to be on a nice island in Hawaii.
There were a lot of things that we did day in and day out to try to get the doctors to write our drugs, or in my case, to write for the psychiatric drugs. We did a lot of lunches and dinners, and we brought in speakers, and those speakers were obviously paid by us, and we would wave, you know, renowned studies at them from renowned journals. But of course, we would never say that these studies were paid for by our company, and that it was written by a ghostwriter who was paid by our company, or that our company tends to do a ton of advertising within that particular medical journal. We would never say that.
Avec plus de 300 millions d'ordonnances de psychotropes, les plus gros prescripteurs sont d'autant plus grassement récompensés lorsqu'ils ouvrent de nouveaux marchés. Les primes qu'ils reçoivent des firmes pharmaceutiques sont jusqu'à 25% supérieures à celles des autres spécialités médicales, soit en moyenne dans un État américain plus de 45 000 $ par an pour un psychiatre renommé.
Psychiatrists get more kickback from the pharmaceutical companies than any other branch of medicine.
The profession of psychiatry couldn't keep its journals afloat, couldn't keep its conferences afloat, couldn't keep its organizations afloat without money from drug companies. The drug companies really have psychiatry in their pocket.
This is a profession whose diagnoses have been heavily influenced by people who are heavily influenced by the pharmaceutical industry, and whose treatments are almost exclusively these days pharmaceuticals. We should be able to count on them. I do not believe that we can.
En raison de la publicité constante faite par les psychiatres, les psychotropes sont prescrits non seulement en psychiatrie, mais ils s'infiltrent aussi dans tout le milieu médical. Mais ce battage présente une autre facette, bien plus lucrative pour les psychiatres. Et cela vous concerne vous directement.